वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। वागर्ताविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्तप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ।
Is it audible?
Sorry, mask.
You have to switch on.
That was on.
The mask.
Mask.
The mask is on. Mask.
Oh, mask. Generally, I don't wear that. Now, is it clear? So far, we have studied the three vrittis. What are the three vrittis? What is the meaning of vritti?
Derived words.
1 minute, those can raise the hand. What is vritti? Yes, Vinay.
Derived words.
Derived words. What is the Sanskrit definition? Parartha vidhanam vritti. Anyway, don't bother about that part. Three vrittis. Krudanta vritti, Tadvita vritti, Samasa. What is a vigraha? I hope one thing I request all of you, before you come to the class every Saturday, please read what we have done in the last class. I am not giving homework, but this is your homework. How many of you read what was studied? How many of you read? Okay. So next time, please read. Okay, just read. It will take 10 minutes. I don't think it will take more than that. Can it take more than that? Just you have to read. Alright, so come with some preparedness. Otherwise, my nature is what? I will repeat the same thing. So you will be a loser. So we will not proceed. Alright, so Kridanta, Tadvita and Samasa. Vigraha. Vigraha means explanatory note. Vrityartha bodhakam vakyam vrittihi. The sentence which is revealing the meaning of derived words, vritti. That is called vigraha. And vigraha is of two types. What are the two types? Alright, so we'll little bit work on that and then proceed. I will be using I can remember this now. I'll be using abbreviations, okay? Laukika Vigraha. In the last class, we had seen Vedasya Antaha. Vedanta. Vedanta. This will be called Samasa. What will be called? Samasa. Or Samasta Padam. What is another word? Samasta Padam. Compound form of word. Samasta Padam. is samasta padam. Samasa samasta padam. Or samasa vritti we say. Of course, samasa vritti where this visarga is not there technically. But practically we can say samasa vritti. So samasa vritti, briefly samasa or samasta padam, one word. If there are two separate samasta padam, then it will be like this. Alright. And this will be called vigraha. Literally vigraha means breaking. In fact, we generally use this word. You break the samasa. Breaking of samasa. Vigraha means breaking. Technically, it is called a sentence which is explaining the meaning of samasa. Vrutyartha bodhakam vakyam is vigraha. And that is of two types. Laukika vigraha, which we have done. Laukika vigraha means general vigraha. The explanatory note in natural, general, usual language. That is called Laukika vigraha. This is Laukika vigraha. Alaukika vigraha will be in technical language. And in that what we do, last time I did not explain. If I want to do Alaukika vigraha, what I have to do? I have to put Pratipadika. What is the Pratipadika of Vedasya? Veda. Not Veda, okay? Veda. Then, Sya is which vibhakti? Fifth case. What is the technical, original form of Sya? Gas. Gas. So we put original gas. So instead of Vedasya, in the place of Sya, we write gas. So Veda, then gas. That is a representation of Vedasya. In technical language, Vedasya is equal to Veda gas.
This is Vedas Shabda or Veda?
Veda. Veda only. You thought Vedas?
I thought that Shabda is Vedas Shabda.
Veda only. Like Rama only. Vedaha, Vedo. Then?
Vedam, Vedo, Vedaha. Veda, Vedotram, Vedo, Vedi.
Huh? Vedi. Okay. Afterwards. Then? I think as we grow further, voice is coming down. He Veda, he Vedo. Here is Sambodhana you do after Prathama or after the seventh?
After seventh.
Seventh, after seventh. There are two methods, okay? Alright. In that class also you do after seventh? But in some of the books they give after Prathama. Anyway, just I wanted to know. So, Veda, Gas. Antaha. How will you give the identification of the word Antaha? Rupa Parichaya. You know what is Rupa Parichaya? Identification of the word. Like Ramaha. How will you say? Akaranta, Pullinga, Rama Shabda, Prathama Vibhakti, Ekvachana. That is called Rupa Parichaya. Identification. How will you identify Antaha? Please raise the hand. Akarantaha. So, Akaranta, Pullinga, Anta Shabda. So that Shabda we should put first, Anta. When we say Shabda, it means Pratipadika. In Rupa Parichaya, whenever we say Shabda, it means Pratipadika Shabda. So that Shabda we put Anta. Prathama vibhakti ekvachanam. What is the pratyaya? Su. Su. So Vedagas Anta Su. This is called what? Alaukika. Is it clear? Okay. I will just like you to practice so that we will do one more example. Simple example. You will be able to do it easily. First, let us do Laukika Vigraha. Okay? What will be Laukika Vigraha? Please raise your hand. Nilotpalam. Nilamcha Tat Utpalam. What is the meaning of Nilamcha Tat Utpalamcha? What does it mean? I had explained in the last class. Anybody? Nilamcha Tat Utpalam. Rajesh.
It is blue as well as lotus.
Huh?
It is blue as well as lotus.
Little bit more complete.
That which is
Ah.
that which is lotus
Ah.
blue. That which is
That which is blue as well as lotus. That which is blue and also or as well as lotus is Nilotpalam. This is which Vigraha? Worldly explanatory notes or general explanatory note, that is the meaning of Laukika Vigraha. Now let us do Alaukika Vigraha. Who will do this Alaukika Vigraha? Here, this side. Alaukika Vigraha. Have you understood the concept of Alaukika Vigraha? Concept is clear? What we are doing Alaukika Vigraha? That we are putting Pratipadika and the Vibhakti, it was there originally. Both words, what are the components? We are bringing Pratipadika and the original Vibhakti they had. That is called Alaukika Vigraha. Yes?
Neela, that is Akaranta, Napumsakalinga,
What did I ask?
the Alaukika Vigraha.
So, Akaranta Pullinga etc. doesn't come here.
Neela plus Su,
Su.
Su,
Su.
Su, and Cha is Avyaya.
Please. Ah.
Neela Su, Utpala Su.
That's all. Cha doesn't come into the picture. Huh? So it is not that everything we have to, whatever is there in the Laukika Vigraha we have to bring. Otherwise Tat also we have to bring, no? You are bringing Tat also. So, I hope it is clear. Neela Su Utpala Su. See, how do we know that Su has come? Because when we do Laukika Vigraha, Neelam. In Vigraha, what is that? Neelam. Neelam is what? Prathama Vibhakti Ekvachanam. Utpalam also is what? Prathama Vibhakti Ekvachanam. Therefore, Neelam Utpalam. So, Neela Su Utpala Su. Okay. Now let me try. Ramaputraha. What is the meaning of Ramaputraha?
Son of Rama.
Huh?
Son of Rama.
Son of Rama. Okay? Rama, his putra also possible, the son of Rama. So, what will be the Laukika Vigraha?
Ramasya putraha.
Ramasya putra. This is Laukika Vigraha. Are you getting some familiarity with this idea? Laukika Vigraha, what we are doing? We are going back to the original form. What was originally there? Ramasya Putraha was there. And from that Ramaputra has come. Alright. Now what will be the Alaukika Vigraha? Huh? Su? Rama? Putra? Gas? Gas or Su? Su? Huh? Rama, Gas, Putra. Is it clear? Is everybody clear about this? Whether you got it or not, but is it clear? Rama, Gas. Gas represent what? This Sya. Sya has become, Sya is Gas. In fact, Gas has become Sya, really speaking. So is that Gas? This Sya is representative of Gas. We are going back to the fundamental computer language. Rama, Gas, Putra. Is it clear? Alright. One more, let us try. Trataha means protected. Trataha. Hari means the Lord. So Hari Trata, what will be the meaning?
Protected by God.
Then protect. Arun.
One who is protected by the Lord.
Protected by the Lord. Correct. So Trataha, protected by the Lord. In English we have to say like this. In all Indian languages it will go like this. Hari ke dwara rakshit. See, that is how in Sanskrit and Indian languages order is the same. So it becomes easy. So here we have to say what? Protected by Hari. The meaning will be what? This is the meaning. Now, what will be the Laukika Vigraha? Meaning is clear. Protected by Hari. What will be the meaning? Yes, Swamiji. Harinath Rata. Is it clear? Trataha means protected. Harina, we have translated by Harina Trata. Okay. I am assuming so many things here. This is not generally how it happens. If you know the meaning, already know the meaning, that you don't require all this. But I am just giving you the practice. How we are deriving all this, slowly you will understand. I want you to be just familiar with the concept of Samasa and Vigraha. So when I say Vigraha, the idea clicks. Always Vigraha, what is Vigraha? Sorry, Vigraha. Now you understood Vigraha means the explanatory sentence. This is what? Explanatory sentence. So when in the class I am explaining, that is what I am doing. When the Vedanta Vijnana Sunishitarthaha, when I explain, what I am doing is Samasa Vigraha. Vedantanam Vijnanam Vedanta Vijnanam Tasya Arthaha Vedanta Vijnatarthaha Vedanta Vijnanarthaha Sunishitaha Yehi Te Vedanta Vijnana Sunishitarthaha. That is what I am doing. But I don't tell you that I am doing this. Because if I tell them, then you will be thinking that is already 11:30. So this is Sanskrit class. So therefore I don't do this. Alright. So Harina Trata is a Vigraha. In Indian languages, in some of the languages, Vigraha has got the meaning fight also. So don't think of fight. This is not a fight. It is explanation. Harina, Prata. Because you see the dictionary, Vigraha. That also will be the meaning. A fight is called Vigraha. But here it is not fight. It is explanation. Alright. Now let us do which Vigraha? Alaukika Vigraha. What is the Alaukika Vigraha?
Very nice Triche Vibhakti, but original.
You don't remember?
I don't
Okay.
remember.
Anybody else? I'm seeing new face. Ah, yes, Surendra.
Ta. Hari. Ta.
Okay, slowly. Let me write. Hari,
Ta. Trata. Su.
then
Su.
correct. Very good. Hari, ta. Hari, ta, trata, su. Is it clear? Alaukika Vigraha. Clear? Okay. Now, let us go to some more points related to samasa. When we do samasa, when we combine two words, like, let us go back to Vedanta. So we came from Vedanta to Vedasya Antaha. Now I want to take you to Vedasya Antaha to Vedanta. Vedasya Antaha was there originally. And there, from that we are deriving Vedanta. So while deriving this samasa, means while making a samasa, this Vedasya and Antaha, these two words will lose their case endings. So if I put Alaukika Vigraha, it will become very clear. Veda, Ras, Anta, Su. So when we make, this is a Vigraha. When we make samasa, means when we combine the two words, that time one rule is followed. What is the rule followed? That these supratyaya will be dropped. What is the rule? When two words are combining to form a compound, then they lose their supratyaya. What is the rule? When the two or more than two words are combining, then they lose their supratyaya to form a samasa. Therefore, here Veda, Anta, they are Pratipadika, Gas and Su. They are Supratyaya. Veda, Supratyaya is Gas, Anta Supratyaya is Su. So when they form a compound, then they lose. Like as the last class I gave the example. If I want to stick these two things together, then I have to clean the surface. I have to clean this surface. Then only they can be stuck. So anything extra which has come has to be dropped. Then only they can be combined. Two surfaces, when they are to be stuck, they are generally clean. So similarly, these two words, not a good word. When two words are, when they are combining, they drop their supratyaya. Therefore, we have Veda, Anta. So this is the first rule. When two words combine to make a compound, they lose their supratyaya. Alright? So here Veda has lost Gas, Anta has lost Su. And they have combined Veda, Anta. The second rule which we have already studied, and you also have studied in your grammar class, and that is, in samasa, sandhi is compulsory. In samasa, compulsory. Nitya. Does anybody remember the shloka? Samhiteika pade nitya. Does anybody remember? Have you taught this shloka? Huh? Swami, you have taught?
Yes, Swami.
Your teacher is saying yes. Swami is sitting. Now she is feeling shrunk. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Many things we have learnt in Vedanta. Still, we sometimes doesn't matter. Alright. So the shloka, anybody? Samhiteika pade nitya. If Tanay doesn't remember, you should feel good. Because if we don't remember, it's all right. And he doesn't remember. Anyway, so if Swamiji doesn't remember, you feel more good, but I will not make you feel good. Samhita ekapade nitya. Samhita ekapade nitya. Nitya dhatu pasargayoho. Nitya samase vakyetu sa vivaksham apekshate. Okay, I will chant, you can repeat. Samhite ekapade nitya.
Samhiteika pade nitya.
Nitya dhatu pasargayoho.
Nitya dhatu pasargayoho.
Nitya samase vakyetu.
Nitya samase vakyetu.
Sa vivaksham apekshate.
Sa vivaksham apekshate.
Samhiteika pade nitya.
Samhiteika pade nitya.
Nitya dhatu pasargayoho.
Nitya dhatu pasargayoho.
Nitya samase vakyetu.
Nitya samase vakyetu.
Sa vivaksham apekshate.
Sa vivaksham apekshate.
Now by heart it. Anybody?
Samhiteika pade nityam.
Eh?
Nitya dhatu pasargayoho. Nitya samase vakyetu. Sa vivaksham apekshate.
Correct. Alright. So main part is samase sa nitya. Samhita means sandhi is nitya. Nitya has got the meaning mandatory. It's a must. Why I am saying this? Here you cannot read like this Vedanta. It is not Vedanta. Vedanta. So which sandhi is applied here? So very good, all brilliant. So Vedanta. Okay. So what we studied, that when two words are combined, they lose their supratyaya and both the words will be combined by the rule of sandhi. And combining by the rule of sandhi is mandatory. Alright. Having said this, mandatory, etc., grammar itself gives the exception that sometimes this supratyaya, that sandhi, there is no exception. But sometimes supratyaya is not dropped. We drop now this gas and su, but sometimes not dropped. Or in a simple way, if we say sya and visarga was dropped, so Vedanta, actually the samasa is Vedanta only. Then after this Vedanta is formed, what will be the sangha of this Vedanta? Pratipadika. This Veda, Vedasya Antaha, Vedanta, then it doesn't have now Vedanta, Visarga is not there. This Vedanta is a Pratipadika. It's like a new couple married. Now they have to register. So now again they have to take Supratyaya. Then only it becomes Padam. Alright. So generally this Sya and Visarga, they are dropped. But in very exceptional case, this sup look, they call it. Sup, you know what is sup? What is sup? How many? Huh? 21. 21.
Suppose eight.
But they are applied, but otherwise 21. Alright, so this 21 pratyas, supratyas are generally dropped in samasa when they form samasa. But in some cases it is not dropped. Like, I will give the example. Khe chara. Khe. Kha means sky. Chara means moving. So khe chara means that which is moving in the sky. So khe chara means a bird. A bird is called khe chara. So here, if you do vigraha, what is the word? Khe charati iti khe chara. That is a vigraha. So main focus is on this. Khe is as saptami vibhakti. So if we do this vigraha, it will be kha this. No, just Gi. So kha, gi and the chara will be there. It has got different, we don't go into that. So here gi is not dropped. It remains as it is. Therefore, kha chara it doesn't become. As per grammar rule, as per the rule we studied, it should become what? Kha chara. Khe is the seventh case. Khe, vane. Kha is the pratipadika. Kha, saptami vibhakti of kha is what? Khe. Khe. So it should be dropped. It should be what? Khachara. Technically it should be what? Khachara. But it doesn't become khachara. It becomes khechara. So this type of samasa where sup, luk has not happened, that is called aluk samasa. What is called? Aluk. Aluk samasa. Luk means elision, dropping. Aluk means not dropping. Aluk samasa. One good example of very popular example is Yudhi Sthira. Yudhishthira. So Yudhi is the seventh case of the word Yudh. Marut Shabda, seventh case is what? Huh? Similarly, Yudh, seventh case is what? Yudhi. So it is Yudh plus Gi and Sthiraha is there. Sthira, Su. Yudh, Gi, Sthira. So Yudhi Sthiraha, Laukika Vigraha will be Yudhi Sthiraha. This is Laukika Vigraha. This is Alaukika Vigraha. Is it clear? Yudhishthira is samasa. Yudhishthiraha is Laukika Vigraha. And Yudh, Gi, Sthir, Su. This is Alaukika Vigraha. So generally, this Gi should be dropped or E should be dropped. So it should have been what? Yudh. It should have been this. Yudh Sthiraha. Is it clear? as per the rule, general rule is what? That sup pratyaya should be dropped. And therefore, what should have happened? Yud sthira. It should have been yud sthira. But the V is not dropped. And so it remains an E. And therefore, we have got only Yudhishthira. So Yudhishthiraha, Khecharaha, all of them are the example of Aluk Samasa. What is the Samasa? Aluk Samasa. Non-elision compound. We can give the name. Non-elision compound. Okay. Now let us go to the next.
Swamiji, in that K charati,
Huh?
K plus charati, that chara is Pratipadika from
Chara is a, what is called Upapada Samasa, it will be there. So charati the chara, then it will take gahi or achpatya. So therefore I did not go into that. So Khe charaha, charati is Upapada Samasa. Khe chara is a different compound. Therefore immediately I give this example. Yudhishthira is better. Alright. Now, in Samasa, two words are important to be familiar with. So many words, but two more. Vedanta. Let us go back to Vedanta. So in this Vedanta, the word Vedanta, which is a Samasa, there are two components, Veda and Anta. So Veda will be called what? Purva Padam. Anta will call Uttara Padam. Alright. Now, based on the predominance of Purva Padam and Uttara Padam, primarily, Samasas are divided into four types. Based on the predominance of the Padam, whether Purva Padam is important or Uttara Padam is important, or some other word is important. Anya Pada. So depending upon which Pada or Padartha is important, based on that, Samasa are divided into mainly four types. And one more Samasa will be there, it is called miscellaneous Samasa, which will be called Kevala Samasa. So today I will give you just the list of the 5 Samasa, 4 plus 1, that is 5 Samasa. First Samasa is called Avyayi Bhava Samasa, or Avyayi Bhava Samasa. Second is Tatpurusha. Better to write Samasa together. Tatpurusha Samasa. Generally they are written together. Third is called Bahuvrihi. Here you can write this. Fourth is called Dvandva. one fifth one, which is a miscellaneous samasa, is called Kevala Samasa. Kevala Samasa. Sometimes they call it Supsupa Samasa. Other name is Supsupa Samasa. Sup. So much soup is there. So, Supsupa Samasa or Kevala Samasa. And this division is primarily based on which word or the meaning of which word, whether Purva or Uttara, is predominant based on Padartha Pradhanyam, the predominance of the meaning of the word. This classification is done. In the next class we will see. I will just tell you, afterwards you can write. This is Purva Padartha Pradhana. This is Uttara Padartha Pradhana. This is Anya Padartha Pradhana. This is Ubhaya Padartha Pradhana. I will tell you afterwards. And this Kevala Samasa is just apne aap. So it doesn't have any fixed rule. Actually Kevala Samasa means what? When you are not able to form samasa based on the rules governing these four samasa, still there is a samasa. So what to do? So we have to create special category, miscellaneous category, that is called Kevala Samasa. So is classification clear? Classification is based on which word is predominant. Then you will have questions only, how do we know which one is predominant? That we see.